everyone, this is J Bear, the Venting Bear. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're just gonna get right into it. Today is about like one of those WDF days where you think you're getting stuff done and you set up a really good to-do list and you're trying to execute everything on your list, but it's just not working out the way that you intended. For me, for example, I had a really good plan today of everything that needed to get done, a pretty decent to-do list. As I'm actually executing things off this list, I just don't feel satisfied. So I don't know why that is. I think for me, a couple of the reasons why is because I felt like that to-do list is never ending. So I kind of looked at the end of that to-do list and I started to feel, I wouldn't say overwhelmed, but I started to feel very pessimistic about the outcome of what I really could accomplish for the day. So this is that planner that you'll see quite often in some of my vlogs, and it's broken down into some pretty good sections. Like right here, it has like my goals, top priority, notes, review. They have daily ones. Let's see what they have daily ones, and then they have weekly ones. So I'm not sure if you can see that, but they have that, and that kind of keeps you accountable. So the reason why I started getting this is because my day tends to be kind of all over the place. I get stuff done, but I also don't at the same time. I get stuff done, but I get the stuff done that I want to do. Now, with that being said, these are still productive things. So for example, let's say that I finished recording this video and I decided that I wanted to edit. I'll go edit because that's more fun to me than going to go work on my almost 300 page manuscript where I'm supposed to be editing that and turning that into my editor by the end of the month. Now, subconsciously, I've been avoiding doing that because it can get very boring. It can get very drastic. You start to become very doubtful of yourself and your work as you're reading through things. Like, for example, there was a part where there's a serial killer that's on the loose and he's very dangerous and he's harming women on the streets and things like that. And of all the names in the world that I could have called him, I gave him like a very basic serial killer name, and just reading that itself is like discouraging because I'm reading a lot of books on a monthly basis, and I'm reading stuff and people are just, it seems like they could just flow better than I can. So I guess some of my discouragement for the day is that I still feel like, even though I'm using this planner now, that I'm still avoiding certain things that I need to do subconsciously because it's not on my conscious. I had every means to be successful today. For example, I wrote this note out, which, come on now, must edit daily, and it gives a time frame on it, and it gives a goal. So I put this on the counter, on the manuscript, in the kitchen. Why is that? Because that's the first place that I go in the morning. So there's no excuses. So I actually did open it up. I actually did start editing. I got through 1 to 2 pages, and then I had to jump into the next task that I had set out for the day. And I think that's where some of the discouragement came from, because I'm pulling myself in too many different directions because I want to be productive, but I also feel like there's a lot of housework and chores and different things that I have to do as well. It caused me to reevaluate some of my goals and some of the things that I'm working on. And I started to wonder at some point if maybe I have too much on my plate, but at the same time I don't, because it's easy for me to go watch 6 to 8 episodes of a show in one sitting if I really wanted to, but it's not easy to get some of this work done. Why can't I sit through 10 to 20 pages? Is it because my work sucks to where I don't want to read my own work? Or is it because I'm avoiding it because I don't want to experience the self-doubt that comes with having to read your own work? I'm sharing this with you guys to say that it's possible that you could be putting off a lot of different things because of subconscious reasons. You have to try to look at your list of things that you do every day, and I think we spoke about this before, but you really have to evaluate that list of things that you do every day, and you have to compare it with the things that you say you want to do. If those lists don't match, like not in no way, shape, or form, then you might want to do some digging. So as I'm looking at my list is pretty valid. I'm doing most of the stuff that I said I want to do on the list, holding myself accountable to some of those things. But I realize, and I think this is where the discouragement came from too, some of that stuff isn't fun. Like you might have big dreams to be a writer or own a brand or start a production company or go out and get fit. But most of those things that come with you wanting to do those things are not fun. You might not want to put in the time to go to the gym or sit down for hours and write while the weather's getting nice outside and people are outside running and having all types of fun. And here I am all bookish, just wrapped up in a blanket, editing, red pen, black pen. And people are probably like, damn, she's boring. And some of that stuff goes into my subconscious mind too, because I'm constantly split between be boring and get some of this stuff done, go out and have fun. So I'm trying to find a decent balance, but it could get very frustrating, overwhelming. So I don't know if you feel like that sometimes, but I feel like that a lot of the times. It's like it comes with a sacrifice, put it like that. It comes with a cost. Be productive, do the things that I want to do, or chill out, relax, have fun, be normal. So I try to find days for that. Like for example, I wanted to vlog. I've been having this strong desire to vlog, but I wanted to do laundry. I want to and have to do laundry because I like things to be clean. I like things to smell and look a certain way. I'm fighting to get all the laundry in the car, and after I finish tackling the laundry into my two-door car, and I finish, and I'm just like, I don't want to do this damn laundry. I don't. But what I did was I, packed it back up, reversed it, and took everything back in the house. I'm doing what I want to do, which is to vlog, but the manuscript is still is sitting here right next to me. But I'm trying to decide if that's bad. Is it bad? Because I'm still being productive. I'm still getting something done that's on my to-do list, but the problem is I have a problem staying in order. So if I write a list of tasks from 1 to 10, I'll do 3, then 6, then 5, then 8, even though when I wrote the list, I prioritized what I felt is the most important or what I'm the most behind in. I realized that creating my own brand and doing the things that I like to do, although I love it and I enjoy the creativity of it, that it is work nonetheless. So you can't write and just edit and publish your book. You have to write, you have to edit, and you have to edit, and you have to edit, and you have to edit. And then you gotta read it again, and then you gotta edit it again, and then you gotta read it again. And then when you finish, you gotta submit it to someone who might make you edit and read it and write it all over again. These are some of the things that you might want to consider when you go on a quest to launch a business or start your own brand or channel or merch or anything like that. There's going to be some work. So if you think that you're just going to leave your job or you're just going to work for yourself and be successful and laid up, feet up, kicked up, then you're wrong, because you're going to have to still do some work, and you might even work more and spend longer hours doing that. So for example, when everyone else gets off work and they go home and they do whatever they do with their recreational time, after I clock out from that job, I do have other things to do. So I come in, I try to see what errands and chores need to be done around the apartment, and then I tend to my kids who come from school, and then I try to create or read or do something that is... A squirrel just ran up the window. It was scary. It does it all the time. Just know that better days are to come if you're trying to be creative and productive. But definitely get you like a calendar or a planner or something, because even though I opened my list up and I felt kind of overwhelmed by the list of tasks that remain, it kept me accountable, because I'm going to put some of those tasks off until tomorrow. Not because I'm procrastinating, but just because I want to be in a better headspace. When I have days like that, I know when to take a step back. So my camera decided to die on me while I was talking, but that's a clear sign that it's time to wrap this video up. However, I just want you guys to know that it's okay to be productive and to be creative and to have good and bad days. Remember, we didn't create this channel just to be a venting site. We created this channel to vent, but to find the resolution to some of those vents. So right now I'm having a effort day, and it's gonna be the way that it's gonna be. Aside from that, keep your head up. It's J Bear, the Venting Bear, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, like and subscribe below. I'll see you guys later. Take care. Thank you again for stopping by my channel.